So in the previous video I did, I was talking about negative energy forming in the corners of your room and how it can actually turn into a negative entity. What happens is you're taking, say you're in your living room, and your living room is where you have the most interactions between your family members, your partner, whatever. It's where you have the most emotional energy is going to be there. It's where you all conjugate the most. So you have more arguments, disagreements, fights in that room. You're putting that out into the world, in the universe, that energy. It goes and it starts accumulating. And it's going to go to the places that it can nest. That's your corners of your room, your corners. Over time, this will start to build. You can be in a super bright room and start looking around the room and notice, wow, that corner over there, why is it darker than the rest of the room? It should be just as light as the rest of the room. Matter of fact, it's closest to the light. It should not be that dark. And you put it out of your mind. Well, that's where the negative energy is going. Let's say you parents out there, let's say your child is depressed, angry, sad, withdrawing, being bullied. All these negative things just bombarding that they're going through. Hormones, all that. Why is it that their room, when you go in their room, that room is so damn dark? You ever wonder about that? You ever think about that? Why is that room so damn dark? Especially teenagers. Why is that room so dark? Not all teenagers, but why is it that room of that particular child, out of my 3 kids, why is that child's room always so dark? It's white walls, it's white furniture, it's white bedspread, comforter. It should not be this dark in this room. Little Sally, she's always so depressed and she's so sad and she's being bullied and her grades are not really good. And why is she, she's going through a lot right now. Start noticing that stuff. What happens is this stuff will accumulate and accumulate to the point that it will start manifesting itself. Because this negative energy starts getting a collective, consciousness. And I'm telling you, you can say this is bullshit all you want. I've done too many investigations where I found it. And so it builds, and it builds, and it builds, and it builds. And next thing you know, you got this, entity now, this little entity that really doesn't know what to do. It's just acting up. It's acting out. And it's causing fights. It's causing more negative stuff to happen between people because it's hungry and it feeds off that negative energy that you all give off. Why is it that all of a sudden we're fighting every time I come in this living room? Just over the stupidest thing. Hey, did you hear that knocking in there? Did you hear that? Did you hear that knocking? Why is the lights blinking in here? Those little things that are then starting to be noticed is, guess what? Your little negative energy entity that has been created. Now, what you can do to stop this and break this stuff up, there's little tips and tricks, witchy type things you can do, using different waters and solutions and all. You'll have to look into those. Holy water will work. Sound is a huge way to do this. Something as simple as clapping, laughter is another huge one. Bells, wind chimes. You can get you a singing bowl. I'm not going to even embarrass myself because I haven't really mastered a singing bowl, but you can get yourself a singing bowl. Like I said, I'm not going to embarrass myself here. There are Tibetan tingsha symbols or bells. Or my favorite go-to when I go on an investigation and I'm dealing with a negative entity or I'm dealing with negative energy, breaking it up is simply my little chime. I will take that and start working it up and down as I'm praying in my head and just doing my thing in my head. I am the frequencies of these sounds will break up that negativity. We'll start to break it down. You need to change up the room, change the energy of the room. Start adding things to the room that are positive. A small fish tank, a salt lamp will do wonders. A salt lamp or two if it's a bigger room. You will not go in a room in this house, with the exception of the kitchen and my master bathroom, that you will not find at least one salt lamp. They are beautiful to look at and they are also beneficial. Those will help. Plants are wonderful for that. I personally like a bamboo to have around. There are, spider plants that'll help us, beneficial for the air and those kind of things. Get you a house plant or two and stick them around. Get pictures that are happy pictures, not something dark or dreary. Hang happy pictures up. Hang photos of your family in times that you all are really happy. Not one where little Bob over there is making a stupid face because he doesn't want to be in the picture and you think, oh, it's cute because Bob's making a silly face. No, don't put that up there. It's still got a little bit of a negative connotation to it. Don't stick that up. It may be cute and it may be funny, but it's still got that little piece of that in there. So don't hang it up. I'm going to tell you, be very careful with stuff you buy at a secondhand store, at a Goodwill, at a flea market, because unless you are really attuned to the energies and you can read that stuff, you have no idea what you're bringing into your home. You have no idea. I can't tell you the times that I have found things attached, energies attached to items in people's homes, family members' homes that they have bought from secondhand stores, Goodwill, that kind of thing. At my local Hobby Lobby, there is a Goodwill next door. Stuff that goes to that Goodwill that's got attachments to it bleeds over into that Hobby Lobby. There are times I have to move from that part that's attached to that Goodwill in the store. I have to go to the opposite side of the store or leave out because it bleeds through and I can pick up on it. And it's too much. I can't go into a Goodwill store. I have to mentally prepare myself to go into a Goodwill because of the energies in there. Be very careful of that stuff. You never know what you're bringing in. So, yes, this stuff needs to be taken care of if you find it. When you find it and you're able to break it loose and get rid of it, you'll start noticing the differences, especially in that child's room. That's somewhere that needs to be dealt with because that can turn into some bad stuff with the child. Can turn into the influencing and that kind of stuff. And then you're in a real heap of trouble then.